What up, people? What's good? Salute.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Salute to the tribe. We're hip hop and comics and hip hop. We're a niche channel. Reserved for the best. Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Sixth Element of Hip Hop. I am your host, Reno Noir. This is my co-host, Stu Dog, and my co-host, C. Los. What's up, my guys?
What up?
Yeah, yo, shout out to Diamond Onyx and Corey Adger already in the chat. What's good, y'all?
What's good?
Peace to the crew.
Salute Corey Adger. Salute Diamond Onyx. Salute.
So it is DC. It is DC Day. Look at this. What is that? Project 7.0? What is that?
See that, right? You do know what that is, don't you?
No, what's that?
Sir, Project 7.0. This here is exclusive artwork that I have obtained
NFT?
through various. I wish. Well, you know what? It's sort of an NFT.
Yo, Multiverse, you got the link in your email if you want to join us, brother.
All right, and Multiverse will definitely enjoy this. There we go. Booyah. Paya. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Bryce Harper.
Yeah, Bryce Harper. Wait, but why is he all artistic?
Well, that's the art. That's the art. That's the art form of it. They take.
Is this the newest thing in baseball cards?
Yes, sir.
That's how they're doing it?
By Alex Parody.
That's pretty dope. Man, see, now if baseball cards were like that when I was a kid, I would have collected them. But because I'm not a sports guy, I just pictures of playing ball is just not. It wasn't interesting to me, but not to knock it because I know it's very popular. But if they were doing art on it like that, see, guys like me would have definitely been into that.
It is an official card by Topps, and I ordered a few more. Some of them are quite expensive. I can't sit there and say that they're all cheap. Some of them are quite expensive.
These are fighting words.
What?
He said Bryce sucks.
Yeah, well, that's a matter of opinion.
Does he suck? I don't know.
I mean, well, he's the professional baseball player. We aren't. So who's to say that he sucks and he doesn't?
You can't say someone sucks at baseball if they're in the major fucking leagues.
Right. And if they're better than you, I mean, I'm no fan of the Phillies or Bryce Harper, but I got the card because I like it. But you got to remember when it comes to sports figures, if you can hit more home runs than Bryce Harper in a batting cage, then obviously he sucks. If you can't, then I guess you suck. So I don't know. That's just how I look at it.
This guy's a Mets fan.
I'm a Yankees fan, man. I'm a hardcore Yankees fan.
I'm not a sports guy, but I'm a Yankees. You know what I'm saying? Team.
Yeah, I'm hardcore. Yeah, I'm hardcore to the bone.
This NYC.
But if you can go on Alex Parody's site, man, get your Topps card, man. Get it. I mean, there's some other ones on there. They do have some Mets players on there. They do have some, but listen, depending on the player and depending on who it is and how many runs they made, they get expensive, right? I don't even want to talk about the most expensive one I bought, but this one wasn't it. I can tell you that. I got like 2 more coming, so I'm just waiting on them to come. Let me get here. But hell, they took forever. This is January. I ordered these back in like October, and they just get here. So.
I'm gonna use that for now. Yeah. So that was I don't know what happened to Los. I guess he got a phone call or his girlfriend beat him. Who knows?
Could be one or the other.
Could be good. Corey Adger, what's good? So yeah, we talking.
What's good, Corey Adger?
It's DC Day. So we talking some DC goodness, and we've got like some details, right, Stu, on the new Blue Beetle
Blue
movie, right?
Beetle. Yes, sir.
And apparently, I mean, we've seen Blue Beetle in live action before. It was most underwhelming.
Smallville. Yeah, Smallville was one of the
Yeah, but the new Blue Beetle is apparently going to be played by this guy, and if you recognize him from Cobra Kai. He's one of the main characters in Cobra Kai, the new series, and I guess he's gonna play the Beetle himself.
he's gonna be Jaime Reyes.
Jaime Reyes. Shout out Slick Nick. Peace to the tribe.
Slick Nick.
Rap-
Salute. Yeah, he's gonna be Jaime Reyes, man. So
Jaime.
that movie, yeah, that movie premieres in August of 2023.
Right. So that's the big news. August 2023. That's it's a ways away, but go watch Young Justice and you'll get your Blue Beetle fix. There he is in Young
Until
Justice.
then. Yeah,
Until
until
then.
then. And Blue
And
Beetle's a dope character. Like you can't take I mean you got other color scarabs. You got red, green, white, and black. I've
right.
seen. So yeah, blue, red, green, white. Yeah, so there's five altogether that I've ever seen. Um and they all play host to wherever their host is. But the blue one is the only one that ever really rebelled against its original programming and things of that nature. Mm.
Right.
They were the
Right.
blue scarab.
Right, because he's Blue Beetle is it's a legacy name of several superheroes with different abilities. Dan Garrett is the
Dan Garrett.
original version, an archaeologist who discovers and uses the Blue Beetle scarab to fight crime. And then his successor was Ted Cord, right, taking up his mentor's mantle using martial arts and gadgetry, much like Batman. He couldn't unlock the scarab's power. When he couldn't unlock the Scarab's power, eventually becoming a member of Justice League International, Living Assault Weapons, and Super Buddies. Jamie Reyes is the current Beetle, right? Jaime
Jaime.
Reyes.
Jaime.
Jaime Reyes,
Jaime
right?
Reyes.
Jaime Reyes is the
I
current
know it
Beetle.
looked like Jamie, man, but it's just Jaime.
Right,
Jaime.
right. Jaime, right.
Yeah, Jaime.
And he's a teenager. He uses the Scarab to construct an exoskeleton, because he needs that extra armor right there because he's just a youngin. He joins the Teen Titans. But Dan Garrett was created by Charles Nicholas, first appearing in Mystery Men Comics #1 in 1939 is the first appearance of the Blue Beetle. And if you can get your hands on Mystery Men Comics #1, 1939, you are golden. Find that if you can find that comic in any decent condition, I would recommend copying that because when the movie comes out,
Yeah, it's gonna shoot through the roof. Yes, sir.
Mhm. And
Yes,
Ted
sir.
Cord,
Definitely.
it's interesting because Ted Cord was created by Steve Ditko and appearing in the first Captain Atom #83 in 1966. But we usually, think of Ditko as a Marvel. Carlos, you all right, buddy?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm coming. I was in a call. Sorry.
That's cool, buddy. No problem at all. No problem at all. But yeah, Carlos, I wanted to ask you, um, you're a big DC fan, reader?
I was more of a Marvel fan, and when I started, I my Instagram, I really started coming into DC collecting, especially with Batman Who Laughs. That's the book that brought me in again. Um, I started adding more titles uh, lately with all the um, Year of the Villain and Metals. All those titles. I've been looking for them, but yeah, they've coming in strong this past year. I think
Yeah,
that's how I saw it.
right. Yeah, for sure, for sure. You ever read any Blue Beetle? Ever?
Blue Beetle, I haven't read it, but I know his story because I watched the Young Justice animated series.
Right.
So I know he's Latino kid um, that found the backpack.
Mm. The scarab.
That's the scarab, yeah, and
Yeah.
the scarab. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was like low on energy and needed the host, and that's
Yes.
how he got into the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all need a host. The scarab
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
nothing without a host.
It's
And he's pretty powerful character.
oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Oh, Blue
Yeah.
Beetle is very, but because
Hmm.
he's a teenager, he's kind of like Shazam. He doesn't know
Yeah.
his full potential,
Right.
Yeah,
but he
the
has
the
potential.
the the Scarabs keeps telling him what to do to
Mhm.
Right.
use the powers that he doesn't understand them.
Yeah.
And
No,
he's
because the scarab,
pretty
it
cool.
was an artifact of it was a magic. It's magic. So I guess he can take on Superman, but it's later been retconned as a tool, a tool of war of the Reach, right? An ancient race of cosmic marauders.
Yes.
Yeah.
After being
Yes.
defeated by the Guardians of the Universe thousands of years ago and forced into a truce, the Reach poses as benevolent aliens lending their advanced technology to budding civilizations. The Scarab is a gift for that world's champion, giving him amazing powers and the knowledge of the Reach to protect his or her peers. Secretly, the Scarab is part of an advanced hive mind with its own
Hmm.
artificial intelligence covertly
Yes.
supplanting the wearer's own. And the wearer is turned into the ultimate infiltrator, right? A covert agent intended to take over its own world. However, the Blue Beetle Scarab is damaged, and so instead of controlling the host, it forms a symbiotic relationship with them. And the Blue Beetle Scarab uses its serial number Kaji Da as its name. And the New 52, the Reach forges the secrecy, and each wearer immediately becomes possessed by the Scarab, and is then it uses the host's own knowledge to decimate the world and prepare for a full invasion by Reach forces. In DC Rebirth, Ted Kord and Jaime Reyes believe the Scarab is an alien device that bonded to Jamie's spine. Kord is fascinated by the Scarab and wants to investigate the potential of it while Jaime wears it. Uh, when Jaime leaves Kord lab to get to school, Dr. Fate appears in the lab to warn Kord that the Scarab is not an alien device, but it is instead magic. This further sparks Kord's interest in the potential of the Scarab, so it's gone the canon from magic to alien back to magic. So it kind of teeters there on the, but
Right. It's my only complaint about the whole thing. They don't. DC doesn't know what they want to do with it.
it reminds me of Invincible, right? Where they've got like this alien race has a plant on Earth acting like a good guy, and he's actually there to infiltrate and set up the invasion to take
Right.
over.
Right. Which is what the scarabs do. Yeah. And you got the
Mhm.
black. You have the black one that we saw in Young Justice. He was really powerful. Like he was in total control of his scarab and was able to take on or take out several heroes. Man, like
Mhm.
nothing.
Yeah,
Mm, yeah.
yeah, yeah. And there's been other versions like Kingdom Come, Blue Beetle. The Ted Cord was seen in Alex Ross and Mark Waid's limited series Kingdom Come, and he's shown with the rest of the Carlton action heroes, not as a member of Magog's Justice Battalion, but as part of Batman's group, and later of the MLF, the Mankind Liberation Front. And he would be shown later in the title in a suit of armor powered by the then mystic Scarab, working with Batman's team. In the novelization of the series, Batman thinks of Blue Beetle along with Green Arrow and Black Canary as his closest at the time friends, and Blue Beetle is killed with most of the other heroes by a nuclear explosion. Carlos, you don't have to leave every time. You can just mute your mic, brother. So you don't
No,
have to.
the camera is like frozen right now. I can't.
Oh,
Uh, it's like
Mm,
spinning. I can hear you, but I just
okay.
um
Go out, come back in. Yeah, good. Yeah, that works. That works.
I'm just going to close everything and I'll be right back because
No
it's
problem.
just frozen.
No problem. Take your
All
time.
right.
These are some of the old Blue Beetle comics. This was like back in the maybe the 40s. Because it came out in 1939. This is number 14, so this is probably 1940. Blue Beetle back when they were 10 cents. Look at him there. He's just
Yeah. He looks like he
a
looks the
handsome man.
Phantom. He looks like the Phantom right
Yeah,
there.
it looks a lot like the Phantom. Very much so. Yeah. It's almost the same design. I mean, wow.
Yeah, that's they ripped that off.
All right.
Talk
So
about
that's
biters. Yeah, biters.
all
Yeah,
right. Might as well call him the Blue Phantom.
yeah, because that's exactly what he looks like.
Yeah. Cooks
Yeah,
in the building. What's good,
Cook
brother?
said that's dope. Cooks,
Heck yeah.
Cooks like that joy. Cook said that's dope.
Yeah. That good classic. But yeah, the Blue Beetle, man, it's dope. I mean, DC animated universe. He's in Justice League Unlimited. Um,
Young
I
Justice.
didn't know a whole Young Justice, right? And I didn't know a whole lot about Blue Beetle before, looking into him for this show and to talk about him and learn about him for the the upcoming movie. But he's pretty cool.
Yeah, Blue Beetle's dope, bro.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
He's always been one of those characters that we knew about. Everybody's known about. DC shown him, but
Right,
we just don't get a whole lot of him.
right.
We just don't get a whole lot of him. So when he was in
Yeah.
Young Justice, that was big. That was huge.
Mm-hmm.
And to kind of center the story around him too made it even better. Like that made it like man, like all right, Blue Beetle, like that was good. When he was in
Yeah.
Batman Brave and the Bold, a lot.
Yep.
It was good that they were pushing him. And in the video game Injustice.
Right. He was on
Yeah.
in Crisis on Infinite Earths, in Infinite
Yeah.
Crisis crossover. Yeah. The original Blue Beetle wasn't actually DC, it was Fox Comics and later owned by Carlton Comics. The first Beetle was Dan Garrett, who initially gained superpowers from a special vitamin. Popped the vitamin, and which was later changed to gaining powers from a sacred scarab. But initially, he ate a vitamin. But the original Blue Beetle was featured not only in his own comic, but also a weekly radio serial. Like he was like, they had like radio shows. Yeah. And that would be cool. Like in the 40s, I would like to, hear those because those are always really cool. But I think like that he probably like what they used them for back then was probably to sell vitamins. It was probably to make kids want to take their vitamins, because they did that kind of stuff. Yeah. It's like what's that movie? Remember the Christmas movie, A Christmas Story? You'll shoot your eye out, kid. He's listening to Ralph, right? He's listening to his radio show. And he's listening to his Little Orphan Annie's decoder ring, and he's getting the code, and he's deciphering the code, and it's a fucking Ovaltine commercial,
Drink your Ovaltine.
Yeah,
he was upset about that.
Yes. He was pissed.
Yeah, he was real upset. He was like, man, I did all that.
Yo, shout out Comic Isle. What's good, DJ? Ambassadors of the industry. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big ups to Dr. King, man. Of course, big up, of course. Today's his born day. Happy birthday.
Civilization lives. That's true.
Amen. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Multiverse Comics' daughter, Sweet 16. Yeah, it goes by fast. Happy birthday.
It goes by real fast.
Super. My son's 17. He was like 7 yesterday.
Yeah. Mine's at 26 and 27. And it seems like that went by in a blink of an eye.
Yeah, my daughter's 25, 24. Yeah. But yeah, man, it goes by quick, man.
It does.
Cherish the moments. But
mine is 16.
What'd you say, bro?
Mine is 16.
Your daughter is 16?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I know.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does go quick, man. It's like, where'd the time go?
hmm The second Blue Beetle was created by Carlton and then later taken over by DC Comics. So that's when he became a DC character. Was after the second Blue Beetle.
Like the second Blue Beetle. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was a success. He was the successor, right, to Dan Garrett, known as Ted Kord. So Ted Kord, that's the original DC Blue Beetle, and he jumped to DC Comics universe during the Crisis on Infinite Earths alongside a number of other Carlton Comics characters. The Blue Beetle later starred in his own 24-issue comic. Kord had never had any superpowers, but used science to create various devices to help him fight crime. And he was, of course, martial arts. So he's a lot like Batman, but he became a member of the Justice League of America and was later killed during DC Comics' Infinite Crisis crossover.
Yeah, and which is where everybody dies in the DC universe.
Right. And then, yeah. Let me hold on. Yeah, I want to go back to that actually. But the third Blue Beetle is who we're looking at now. Is Jamie, a teenager who discovered. Yeah, Jaime. I keep saying Jamie because I'm reading it and it's Jaime. But yeah, Jaime. Teenager who discovered the original Blue Beetle Scarab, morphed into a battle suit, allowing him to fight crime and travel in space. Over the years, Reyes became a member of the Teen Titans and starred in 2 Blue Beetle comic series. In DC Comics 2011, the New 52 reboot, Jaime Reyes was the primary Blue Beetle character, only occasionally referring to past versions. With the subsequent continuity revision DC Rebirth, the previous versions were restored. So interesting publication history. First appeared in Mystery Men Comics #1.
I wish I can get my hands on one of those.
Man, oh man.
Great. Man, listen. Well, we got time before the movie comes out. We got like what, a year and a half?
Yeah.
2 years. Yeah, we can make it happen.
I want to learn more about this vitamin thing. With art by Charles Nicholas Wojciechowski. Through the Grand Comics database, tentatively credits Will Eisner as the scripter of the original Blue Beetle. A rookie police officer, he wore a special bulletproof costume and took vitamin 2X, which empowered him for energy. And he was assisted by a neighborhood pharmacist. He was assisted by a neighborhood pharmacist.
How convenient.
Right. I mean, the Blue Beetle starred in the comic book series, comic strip, and radio serial, but like most Golden Age superheroes, fell into obscurity in the 1950s. Yeah, most Golden Age characters just kind of, lost popularity, except for your Batman and Superman. The big few.
The big few, yeah.
The big
Batman
few.
didn't even have his own pharmacist.
Right? No, all that money. CeeLo, where the dope picks at? You be working on?
I've been just trying everything I see. I don't like pick like any style. I just follow a bunch of artists and just color them. I just finished coloring Johnny Desjardins' Doctor Doom. He just posted, and it's in my Instagram, so you can go and see it.
Yeah.
If,
do you have anything you can show us?
Yeah, we love that.
We'd love to see something.
Let's see it downstairs.
I mean, if it's not too much.
No, it's. I just need to. You guys need to work with me.
In the meantime, guys, this will be the new Blue Beetle. Like I said, the guy from Cobra Kai. If you just came in and you just started watching, if you're watching Cobra Kai, you know the character. Cobra Kai was dope, though. It was dope. You know what I liked about Cobra Kai, and I still like? I like the scenes with the old characters. I literally watch it fast forward between those scenes. Like, I watch the scenes with the actors from the 80s movies, and then I fast forward through all the kid stuff, because it's for kids. It's not interesting at all to me. But cool to see the old characters, doing stuff.
Wow, we just doing Cobra Kai dirty today. Huh?
I mean, it's not a bad show, and the parts I fast forward through are not because they suck; it's because they're not for a 42-year-old,
Right.
hip hop head.
So, okay, tell me if you can see this right here.
Yeah, let me zoom in for us. Yeah, you can bring it closer to the camera. Wow.
That's
Wow.
one of Rick Oliver artists.
You drew that?
This-
You painted that?
It's
What-
I only do the colors. I only do the colors.
Okay, you're a colorist. Okay.
So this is one by Diego Nectero. He's one of my favorite artists to color right now for
Wow.
his realistic art. This
Wow.
took me time and pain in the neck for all the details.
All the little details. Yeah.
Weird.
So this is I'm pretty sure you saw this.
Oh, wow. A little bit
This
to the
by
left.
art
To the right. The other left. There you go.
Yeah, here we go.
Uh,
That's so dope.
you can bring it closer. Yeah, closer, and then
That's
to the
dope.
right. Let's get it in there because I want to see this thing. This is gorgeous. Look at that. No, you're very talented, man. That is amazing work.
Yeah, that is.
And this
I mean,
also Argent is also one of my favorites to color.
Oh, wow.
Chun-Li.
Chun-Li. Yeah.
The lightning, I added the lightning. That wasn't there. And also the suit is alternate to what he originally colored because he I think it was the blue color dress for this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I switched. We also have Iron Spider.
To the right. To the right. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. Nice.
That's dope. Now, what do you color those with? What do you color? What do you use
It's
to color?
all it's all digital art in basically my phone.
Okay.
Right. Oh, there's Hanzo
And
from
Hanzo.
yeah, from Overwatch.
Hanzo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
dope.
we have Black Cat, Catwoman.
Catwoman. Yeah.
Right. Wow.
That is dope.
There's also Argem and another one from Argem. And this is the final print I have because I don't do many prints. I just color them and post them in my Instagram.
Cammy.
That's Cammy.
Yeah.
To the right a little bit. There you go. There you go.
That is dope.
Wow.
Yeah. Sometimes I think that I post so many colors, but it's just that it's very fast for me to color them because of the screen size.
Right.
But everything is digital, everything is brush, nothing is like feel like one touch feels the full color. I actually just brush over it.
Right.
And it's like an airbrush. The tool what I use. That's why it makes it feel more realistic when you see them.
Yeah.
That is dope, man. I can't even put a finger on that. Yeah, I can't even put a finger on that.
Yeah.
No, I started with my fingers, and I discovered that I could use a stylus, like a rubber pen, and that definitely helped me a lot because it was hard.
Because my son's got the iPad, and it comes with a stylus with a point. It's actually got a really sharp point on it, like a pen, so you can do real detail.
Yeah, I've never used those, but basically, let me see if I can.
They even they've got some you can get. I think you can convert them for tablets.
See this one?
Right, right. See how the tip is like kind of it's fat. They got his
Yeah.
is like this,
Oh,
Well,
damn.
like a point.
what I do is since I since mine is not like the style that you mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
is that I zoom in as much as I can in the image. So
And
that
make it big,
basically
and then it becomes a point. Very, yeah, right.
Oh,
exactly.
wow.
So I just zoom in as much, and that make helps me with the details
Right.
and the linings. So, but everything uh, this was all in um, like by accident that I found because I always started editing stuff, and one of our friends asked me to, oh, the camera just fixed. Was having trouble with the camera.
That's what happens
So
sometimes. It just does it.
so basically, one of my friends asked me to color his artwork. You may heard of him, Lou
Lou.
Lou Lou Tom Tram. He's always doing lives and all that kind of stuff and giveaways. And he does his art, and he asked me to color, and I just said like, hey, if I'm going to color, let me see if I can do something that is really comic style.
Right.
So I teach myself on how to color it.
Right.
Um, but my tool is uh, designed more for pictures and realistic artwork, and I
Mm.
adapted it to comic style.
Yeah,
So
okay.
when you throw me in line work with no ink, that's those are challenging because I'm not an inker, I'm a colorist.
Right.
And then when if doesn't have like a base color or uh, let's call it graphite for me to color on top, I have to start moving in stuff on top of it so my color actually grabs the artwork. Otherwise, I'm I'm just going to move around and it's not going to work. So
Yeah.
my work, you're going to notice that it's more realistic, more picture uh, stuff like um, who's this guy, um, Warren Lu. He's doing a lot of 3D artwork, more realistic stuff lately. Who else is doing? You already saw Argerm and Vampirella and Anacleto. His work. I love his stuff. It's it's faster for me to color them uh, than just going into line work because I have to do flow like from scratch, and it takes me more time.
Yeah.
And I hate it. I have to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
I I do it for fun and as a challenge, but it's not my favorites.
Yeah. It can be tedious. Can be tedious. Well, speaking of, come here, buddy.
Man, what's going on, man? He quite feisty today, man.
I know he just look at him, just hauling ass. Look at him.
Yeah, man.
You a
I never
regular
seen
lizard.
him.
You
Yeah,
a
I never seen him move that fast, man. What's going on, man?
rocking out like you a regular lizard. You supposed to be a slow chameleon. But yeah, speaking of art, we have a new figure by
Tom McFarlane toys.
yes, Todd
Uh,
McFarlane's
Robin looks
DC.
cool. That's
Wow.
Davey, right?
That's Damian Wayne,
That's
right?
Damian Wayne, right?
hmm
I
The
love him.
yeah, he's great. You know what? I want this one. I've got one like I've got that head sculpt on this one, but I really love this cape and
Now, where
costume.
is
Love to
that a
get
Tom McFarlane one? Is that a decent
yeah.
one?
This is DC Multiverse right there, Todd McFarlane. It's
Never
just
seen. I have
yeah,
never seen that one.
I
That
have
looks
it.
more like bats.
I have it, but mine doesn't have that cape.
What do you
Mine's
mean?
cool.
Oh,
Look
So,
at it.
is that it? Now, the one that you just showed us, is that one somebody made, or is that a DC Direct when it came like that?
Um. Oh, you know what? My bad. You know, I'm a damn idiot. Mine does have that cape. Oh, fuck. Well, anyway, see, mine does have that cape. I just didn't really notice before.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
There you go.
dope.
that's him. Yeah,
Dope, man. I need
that's
that
him.
one. I need that one in my life, man.
Yeah, it's the only Robin I've ever bought. Like I just saw it and I was like, oh, that's sick. Like that's
Well, the
that's
one you
different.
just showed us comes
It's
in two
different.
different versions. There's one with a mask, one without the mask,
Right.
and this is a direct correlation to the series that we got last year, the Robin series where he was on the Lazarus Island and they were
Mm-hmm.
doing a tournament. This is the tournament version. That's the exact costume that he had in there.
Infinite
So
Frontier.
yeah, Infinite Frontier. So you have the masked version and then you have the unmasked version. And
Right.
then if you're rich like you and Carlos, I mean like you and Los,
Right.
you can get the one you can get the $79.99 pack that comes with Clayface and Batman.
Yeah.
So,
And I've
Yeah.
never seen a Clayface. I've never seen Clayface nowhere in any DC Direct because since Todd McFarlane took over,
Mm-hmm.
they've been doing more of the comic book accurate versions of the collectibles,
Yeah.
like the
Yeah. Well,
Batman.
yeah. This is him from his new. I think this is from his new
What's the new 52?
the new 52 one, right? But the new action figure displays the DC look from DC Comics Infinite Frontier era, which began early in 2021. He was given a new suit featuring more black and less green elements, which was first seen in the backup story of Batman 106. Two McFarlane toy figures are available for pre-order now, which capture the attire Damian wears for a good portion of the ongoing Robin series. That's where I saw it. That's what I'm talking about. It was
Yeah, that's one. Yeah,
the
that's
where
when
he's
he's on
fighting.
Lazarus. He's on Lazarus
Yeah,
Island. And they're doing the
yeah,
fight. Yeah.
yeah.
He's
Fighting
taking some
Green
L's,
Arrow.
man. Yeah, Damien's taking some L's, man. He got what? Got his heart ripped out. He got thrown off a cliff. I mean, he's been taking. He
He's
took some L's, man.
yeah.
But a lot of people hate Damian Wayne, so like for them to see that, I think that's kind of like justice for some of the fans reading the comic because they just can't stand. They think he's too arrogant, things of that nature. But
Yeah, I
I
think he's
like him.
cool. Yeah, I
I
love
like
him.
him.
He's great.
He's like his father, but in steroids. But
Wow.
yeah,
he's funny. He's funny, and he's badass. He can kick anyone's ass anytime.
Yeah.
yeah, he can. Yeah, he
Yep.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's all yeah. But the clay face is the one I want. The clay face. I really want the clay because I've never seen a clay face. Gotta get it. I'm getting the
Yeah.
Robin. I'm gonna get the Robin. I think I'll get the mask version instead of the unmasked version. I think I like that one better. And then I'll get the clay face and maybe the Batman because the Batman looks dope too. Batman is
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah. The Batman, and I love speaking of dope Batmans, I love the Flash. I love Thomas Wayne Batman
Oh, the
suit.
Flashpoint one. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's.
it's wicked, bro. Like,
Do you have
and
the DC Direct one or no?
well, the figure that Todd McFarlane originally made, this one it's available, but you never see it in the store. The ones you see in the store now is the unmasked version with it's just a head. And he does this. Todd McFarlane does this with his DC multiverse figures. He'll make a whole new figure just to have a different head. Instead of like Marvel Legends will put 2-3 heads, in the box. You can just switch the heads. Well, he'll actually make a whole new figure and call it the unmasked version or whatever. A different head. So who wants to buy that? Like, who wants to buy a whole new figure just for another head? Like, I
Hey
don't know.
man, listen. You know what it is? It's Todd McFarlane when he makes collectibles, people jump on him, man. Like, but since he took over DC Direct, the toy part, I mean, it's been phenomenal. I
Well,
can't sit there and say yeah.
no, because in the toy collector world, his stuff was for a long time hated because it was basically like statues that you could maybe move the shoulder. Like there was
Yeah.
no
Yeah, no
articulation.
articulation.
Couldn't
Yeah.
do shit with them.
No,
And yeah, and
I have a
then
couple of those.
yeah, I got a few
Yeah,
of
I
them,
do
but
too. Yeah, I got a
yeah,
couple spawns like that.
yeah, you can't,
I got a matter of fact, I have a side gorilla. Like one of
mhm,
his earlier.
mhm.
Very
Yeah,
rare.
yeah,
Very rare.
yeah. It's a lot of picky peoples out there, for sure. But yeah, he started doing articulated figures like this right here. Like this is a DC multiverse, but it's a Todd McFarlane, and yeah, it's got ankle articulation, two
Hmm.
knee one okay, this maybe it's because he's small, but usually they've got two knee joints, an upper above the knee and below the knee.
And below the yeah.
They got the hip, and they usually have a swivel. Wow, look at that.
Like a Yamagachis. Like the
Yeah,
Yamagachi figures.
Yamaguchis are great. But
Bro, they're so expensive though.
they got the wrist. Yeah, they're like 100, $200. It's like, I don't know. I just haven't got into them, the expensive ones, but it's got
Bro,
all
I
their,
love them.
and he's even got a toe, like a toe bend. Look at that.
Yeah, yeah, bro.
Hmm.
You need that. You need that.
Well, yeah, because I have him standing like this. Whereas like that. See, you can't do
Or
that
you
with a regular
no.
figure.
Or you can have him on his tippy toes like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, you can have him doing this one. Hee hee. But yeah, it's come a long way. McFarlane toys have come a long way. And I commend him. I gotta commend him for that because he listens to the fans, the
Yeah,
customers.
the
People
collectors,
say,
yeah, the
yeah,
collectors. Now, do you think that now that he's making them like that, do you think Marvel should say, look, we'll hire him too? Because like
well,
some of the Marvel Legends ones I like, but there's some I'm like, man, they could have did better on the articulation or maybe the detail. Because Tom McFarlane's
maybe
they're
the
very
detail.
detailed. Yeah, they're
Because
very heavily
all
detailed.
legends have the same exact articulations. They all have the same
Yeah, they all yeah.
joint. But Marvel Legends are my favorite. But yeah, they are hit or miss. There's rarely, but sometimes they make a figure that doesn't have a lot of detail, or it's just kind of boring, or it's like, why'd they make that character?
Right.
But Marvel Legends for the
It,
most part are great, but the DC ones are and they're hit or miss too. McFarlane has made some horrible DC figures, like some goofy shit. There's a set out Superman and Batman's wearing this big armor, and it just looks horrible. It's like he's wearing a big cement suit, and then the Superman face sculpt is some weird cartoon version, like all
Really?
contorted, very weird, and just a garbage pair of figures. The Batman suit and then there's lots of Batman where there's no detail. It's just a flat, suit, no fabric bumps or nothing, and no, not much to it, nothing on his belt, just boring as hell. But my biggest gripe with McFarlane and DC is the redundancy. So, like I said, I told you they'll make a whole new figure just for a new head instead of just putting another head in the box
I
like
had
like
inside the
Marvel
box,
does.
yeah.
The other thing they do is they'll make packages where they'll put two figures in a pack, and it'll have like a cool stand for them with like
Oh yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But what pisses me off is they'll have one new figure and then a figure you already bought. So I've got to buy this 2-pack to get the new figure and a figure I already own. So that's a
Right.
problem. Then or it'll be a figure you already own, and the other one will just be a different color of a figure you already own. And it's like too redundant, man. You gotta buy, they expect you to buy stuff twice and shit. Like no one's
They want you
buying.
to buy it all. Yeah.
Yeah, they want
Just
you
like
to buy.
with this run right here, there's two different Robin. I mean, it's the same Robin twice. One masked, one unmasked. Then
Mhm.
you can buy them in a set for I think it's $80, where it's Batman, Clayface, and Robin. So
Right.
you like, well, just let me just buy all three of them. if I want, but if I'm already buying, let's say if I don't want the Mask Robin, but then
That's right,
that
Cooks.
comes with the yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Somewhere that loves
Exactly.
what you do.
There's a kid somewhere, a little kid that loves what you don't like. I mean, think about the little kids. Hey,
I
Cooks
would. I
love.
don't know if I. I don't know if I buy a little kid a Todd McFarlane collectible to play with.
No, I wouldn't.
A 4-year-old little kid.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't think I buy one of those for them to play with. Cause
I like. Yeah, but I see. Like, here's an example. This is a Todd McFarlane figure. This is the articulation he got. He bent, his shoulders bend and his hip bends. There's no knee joints. There's no elbow joint. No wrist. No feet.
Let's see if I got any.
There's another one. He's got
I don't have
the
any.
same thing, just elbows and waist. Then he's got a bigger version, which is a lot better. This is a bigger version of the, he's got the toe bend, the full articulation, and this is great.
Dope.
The toe bend's great, and Marvel Legends is doing the toe bend. I mean, there are a lot of 7-inch figures are doing the toe bend now. The GI Joe Classifieds do them. The Star Wars Black Series do them. And those are the ones I collect. I collect Star Wars Black Series, DC Multiverse, Marvel Legends, and GI Joe Classified. They're all the 7-inch figure. They just look good on the shelf together. If you get,
That was.
Oh, I have that one, Carlos. Yeah, that's a good example.
Does not bend at all.
No, that is not. That is badass right there, man. Look at that. Man.
No joints.
Man, that is down.
See,
I'll take that. I'll take that with no joints. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, look, they're gorgeous. There he is. There she is.
That's it. Okay, here we go.
They have amazing detail. They're gorgeous. Like this guy, he's dope, like stunning. Like, I mean, just
I have that Spawn. I have that one.
Incredible detail.
Deluxe edition, yeah.
With no articulation, and he's in a certain pose. So he's got they're posed, a certain way, and then it's like, why do any articulation? Because they look awkward when you do move the joint to wherever. And like this guy, he's the knees don't bend, so they're in a particular pose. The head's all awkward. They've got these weird shoulder joints. Can you see that? Look at that.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Got like a little gear in it.
Yeah.
I have also Summary Spawn is the same.
But the detail, look at the detail.
Yeah. Detail is amazing, bro. That is.
This shit even has texture. Fur. It's got fur.
That's what I was going to say. Look at the texture and everything.
Yeah, it's multimedia, dual media. They're incredible. Man. They're incredible looking, but they don't move. And it's like, then it's a statue, and that's cool. Statues are cool, but call it a statue. Don't call it an action figure. Or don't put
the static action figure.
Joker and Shao Kahn. Oh, yeah, let me show you. So these are from him. So these are two great DC McFarlane figures that I got from Def Chimp in the building. Shout out Def Chimp.
Def Chimp set that up. That is dope.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah, tell Def Chimp I need. Where did you get that? Did Def Chimp make that?
No. These are McFarlane Mortal Kombat.
Oh, I have never seen one of those because I definitely would have bought one.
Oh yeah, bro.
I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan too.
I know they got the toe bend. They got full articulation. They're great, and they've got all that good classic detail you expect. And then this goes to my Joker collection.
Yo, that is. Is that him from man? What's the name? What was the was the one that the Death in the Family? No, or is that like the Jack Nicholson with a crowbar?
That looks like the one with that with the camera. What's that movie with
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
from the movie that
yeah,
just came out. Yeah.
yeah. He
Killing
had the
Jokes?
What's
camera.
that, man? Killing Joke. Yeah, it looks like the Killing Joke version. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one with the camera. Yeah, I have a collection of Jokers. These are all McFarlane. These are all McFarlane, but in varying degrees of detail. Right. I think that's Death in the Family, where he
It's
beat
about to
And are they,
switch
on
to
his.
are they,
someone
are
with
they all
the
Tom
yeah.
McFarlane or no?
They're
They
all
all
Todd
Tom McFarlane.
McFarlane. They're all Todd McFarlane. Look at the face on this one.
I
Great.
know.
I'm sorry, man. I should have been blowing the screen up.
No, it looks good.
It does.
Yeah. Let's see if this.
Okay, so guys, I'm going to be leaving you guys. It's been a blast. Hope we can do this again next week. You do this next Saturday,
Next Saturday.
Reno.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. DC
Okay,
Power Hour. Yes, sir.
Yep. Every Saturday at 6:30 p.m.
okay.
We'll be here for DC
I
Day. Yeah.
definitely I can join you guys and then go with my girlfriend since she's going to
Great.
So,
start her life now.
sounds great.
So
That sounds great.
talk to you later, guys.
All right.
Have
All
a
right,
good
man.
one.
All right.
Thank
See
you.
Los. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you for coming. And then this is so yeah. These are all McFarlane Jokers. Here's a whole
That's the Arkham Knight
Arkham
series
Arkham Knights, right?
from
And he's
the
got
video game. That's the video game version.
yeah, right.
Arkham. I mean,
And,
Arkham Asylum. It's the
yeah,
Arkham series.
Arkham series, right? And
Yeah,
he
Arkham City. Yeah,
he comes
Arkham
with some
Asylum.
cool shit. He's got his gun. He's got some little chatterer teeth, a couple of little chattering teeth things, and they come with stands, so they're great. But yeah, these are, and I've got them. It's cool because I got them sitting next to the Three Jokers book.
Oh, that's dope.
You know what I mean? And then and you can't forget this Joker. Right there.
The Joker who laughs. Yeah.
Yeah, Batman
The
who
Batman
laughs.
who laughs. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah,
Yeah, I got him
that's,
chilling like he hiding the blades behind his back.
yeah, that's dope. That's all the way. That's all the way live. I like that.
All the
I
way
gotta
live.
find those. Yeah, I gotta find those. Gotta find those.
Yeah, like I said,
Because
man.
I
Target,
recently just started
GameStop.
collecting them. Because I started seeing good ones, and I was like, oh man, let me get this one. Let me get that one.
Yeah. Yeah, they're great. I mean, they have all the cool characters you love. The details phenomenal nowadays, and it's just worth it. Like figures when we were kids did not have anywhere near this
No,
this amount of detail, and
no.
you know,
I think we would have lost our minds if somebody would have
man,
brought out something that detailed with that much articulation,
really,
made that well. Because normally, sometimes they were made like cheap plastic. Like you'd be like, man, this is, you scared to touch. You like, man, it might break. But
right?
you know, I think you would have had $1 million toy. You had $1 billion toy business if you'd have
Oh
made
yeah,
in that world back then.
imagine.
Because that's what we were looking for.
They could have, yeah, they could have, and they could have. They just didn't. They didn't think we were worth it, and then they didn't think we, it would be worth the money to create them, and that we, But because when I look back at the GI Joe, I was a huge GI Joe kid. Like I that's all I played with. I collected out. I had every fucking thing GI Joe fucking made, from the damn flag to the Terror Dome and all the little vehicles, and every fucking figure up through Tiger Force and up through Cobra La, all of that. That's where I kind of grew out of it after Cobra La and stuff. But when I look back, I didn't remember them like that. You look at them now; they have huge heads, completely, you know what I mean, disproportionate size heads, and they remade them now. They remade the 3.75 inch figure, and they gave them proportionate size heads.
That looks good. That looks really
Yeah.
good.
So and they've got like you said, man. If they would have had this shit when we were kids,
Oh man, listen,
man, look,
listen. You couldn't. You wouldn't be able to keep those on the shelf. They wouldn't have been on the shelf back in
yeah,
'85.
it would have been like Cabbage Patch.
What?
Can't find them.
Yeah. There'd be people in the malls trying to slice each other's throats for them, man.
Word, I remember my little sister trying to get one of them shits. Oh, and she also she had the damn Teddy Ruxpin. Remember that thing?
Yeah, I remember Teddy Ruxpin. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
And
spooky, man. That thing was kind of spooky.
word. But yeah, toys were big in the 80s, man, and they just they didn't put this kind of quality into them, but you know, we're the 80s kids that played with action figures and stuff, and now we're grown up and we have a more refined palette. We like a more detailed figure.
We know, yeah, and we'll pay for it, and they know that.
Hey.
So they know if they listen, we'll pay for whatever they put out that we want.
And this is the low level. This is the $20. I mean, these aren't they I'm gonna say these are mid-level, right? There's cheaper figures, but these are the mid-level figures that are about $25. But there's figures you can buy that are $100.
Thousands.
$1,000 figures, right? They got $500 figures. There's a price range for every collector and where you
Yeah, for every pocket.
Yeah, Hot Toys are like 11, 12 inches tall. They're like, you know, old school original G.I. Joe or Barbie doll size, right? And they are every bit of $500 to $1,000, but they look just like the fucking actor or whoever they're supposed to be. I mean, they're incredible sculpts. They're multimedia, you know, meaning they're plastic, cloth, leather, fur, like all kinds of different media.
Right.
And yeah, and you can, if you want to pay that, you can. I'd love to have a Hot Toys collection, but
I can't afford it. Yeah, can't afford it. Yeah, maybe one day, but not today.
I ain't even gonna front because I don't want to just have one or two. Like if you look at my shelf, like you can't, like right here, all there's probably on one shelf alone right there. There's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11. There's 11 figures on 11 or 12 figures on each one of those shelf levels. But they're all 7-inch. They all look good together, whether it's G.I. Joe Classified, Star Wars, Marvel Legends, DC. And I'm glad that they all have a 7-inch line because you can display them like that and it looks good. It doesn't look good when they're all different heights and shit. You got 3-inch figures,
No.
12-inch figures.
Yeah, and that 12-inch, yeah, no, it doesn't look right. Yeah,
it doesn't look cool. But yeah, you know, we'll pay the money, you know, but you got a different price range for everybody. You know, like Cook said, you know, you got little kids want to buy them, and then you got guys like Stu who got the big bread.
I wish one day. You know what? I'm gonna be positive. One day I'm gonna get that $3,000 Devastator.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get.
You know what I really want? I want that goddamn. Well, first of all, I do want a statue. I want the statue of the Sentinel with it's a Sentinel statue. It's huge, and the X-Men are about this big, and you can buy all the little X-Men separately. There's all kind of different ones, and they're all in different modes of beating on the
attack.
Yeah, blasting them with their beams or whatever it is they do, and you can attach them to the statue. But the statue itself is, you know, I don't know, 3 feet.
3 feet, yeah.
Yeah, and you can attach the X-Men all over it and stuff. It's incredible, but you're gonna pay $4 grand, $3-4 grand. You know what I mean? And it's but what I'd like to get is Marvel Legends made a Sentinel that's about 2.5 feet tall. It's huge. It's pretty proportionate to the 7-inch figure. I mean, it's exactly the size that it should be to the 7-inch figure. It's gorgeous, and it's a Marvel Legends piece. I want to say $1,000 maybe. I don't know, but I would love to get that. And then there's a Marvel Legends Galactus, but of course, it's not accurate because he's about the size of the Sentinel. You know what I mean? He's about 2.5 feet, and Galactus should be
about the
whatever.
size of a person.
Yeah, a person, right? A life-size person. That would be dope, though. They made a life-size Galactus, but
man, that would be incredible.
It'd be 20 grand. It'd be 20 grand. What is this?
Somebody gonna buy it. Somebody buy it.
Online strips without clothing. Somebody just run up in here and spam my shit.
Yes, sir.
And put you in timeout. No, I block you. Yo, Reno, how about the 6th Element statue with the Woo jacket on? That'd be dope.
Yeah, that would be dope, man. That'd be phenomenally dope.
Damn. We're gonna do that. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna commission that. That would be sick. Hot Toys. That's Hot Toys. But yeah, you can do that. Like you can there's custom toy makers on Instagram and shit. And they mold, like they make fucking molds. They'll make any kind of thing you want, like any cut, any figure, any detail. Like there's some dudes really talented with the real, production equipment to really process real figures and shit. You and Stu holding a treasure chest. Yeah. That'll be word.
Get that booty.
Yeah. Somebody's working on a logo for me, like a drawing of like a cartoon version of me, probably with like a Scully and a hoodie, or at least a hoodie, and like holding a comic book, 6th Element, for like a little logo. But
that'd be dope.
I'm gonna have him make a stew one too, with a Steelers hat.
Yeah, that'd be dope. And a Big Ben Roethlisberger shirt on.
Yeah.
Look at
me whatever you want to do.
Looking all steal it out. We can steal that.
Yeah, we can do it.
Fresh, can't we see? Yeah. Oh, we need a Cooks one. A Cook statue.
Cook's got one. Look at him. Look at that. Look at his logo.
Yeah, we need that. We know what it pose. We need that with Cook standing there. We need that with Cook standing there.
Full body
eating a pack of Oreos with money falling out his pockets.
Yeah, just spilling
his
out.
Pockets just bulging with money.
Word. With a microphone, with a podcaster microphone just around his neck.
With a phone in one hand like this, and some Oreo cookies in the other hand. He just with the money just spilling out his pockets.
And a big joint.
Yeah.
Big old poomph. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that for real. Oh yeah, I wanted to touch on something else too. Well, you put me on to, but that is the we're talking a little bit about Flashpoint. DC announces Flashpoint sequel starring Thomas Wayne's Batman. DC Comics announces a sequel to 2011's event series Flashpoint with Thomas Wayne as Batman seeking out clues to his timeline's continued existence. DC announced the return to the Flashpoint alternate reality with a new 6-issue miniseries starring Thomas Wayne. Oh, my bad. I'm still left the big joint up there. But original author Jeff Johns will be joined by artist Eduardo Risso for the first issue of Flashpoint Beyond, a follow-up to the multiverse-shaking 2011 event series coming in April. Flashpoint Beyond will follow an alternate Batman as he wakes up in a shattered world he knows should no longer exist. Who was it said this? Jeff John said, this is for fans of big DC events and the great history of DC when it comes to comic books. So and even though this is an event, it's focused on character over concept. It's the story of Thomas Wayne Batman, a Barry Allen that could have been, the crimes of Bruce Wayne, It's a murder mystery, a secret mission, and a look into the past, present, and future of the continuum of DC. And as dark as it can get in this upside down world of Flashpoint, it's fun. This sounds amazing. Like I can't wait. I'm a huge Flashpoint fan. I'm a huge Thomas Wayne fan. I can't wait to see, a big historical, like run through the DC, universe. That's gonna be bananas. Flashpoint introduced an apocalyptic alternate reality created by Barry Allen, going back in time to save his mother Nora, and teamed the Flash with a very different Batman to fix the timeline. In this reality, Bruce Wayne was murdered in that fateful alley instead of his parents, turning his mother into the Joker and his father into a brutally vengeful version of the Caped Crusader. While the Flash's actions rippled through time to create a devastating world war between Themyscira and Atlantis that killed millions and threatened to destroy the whole continents, Thomas Wayne's Batman was motivated by the promise of changing a reality such that he could trade places with his dead son. Flashpoint Beyond picks up Thomas's story after the Flash succeeds in going back in time, knowing the world should have reset and that he should no longer be alive. Thomas suits up again to find the answers as to why his self-sacrifice seemingly failed, with the search leading him towards the mysterious Clockwork Killer. So in Flashpoint, right? Thomas Wayne is told by Flash that in his reality, Flash's reality, his son lived and he died, and his son became Batman. And Thomas Wayne's like, "Oh wow, so let's get that let's get that happening because I'll trade places with my son any day. Of course, any father would.
Any
So
father would, yeah.
yeah, so he wants to well, I guess they do the thing and then he wakes up, he still exists. So he's like, you know what I mean? I pinch my hips to see if I still exist. I think not. I've been a letter to my friend, a born again hooligan, only to be king again. The original Flashpoint was an opportunity for DC to reset its narrative timeline and combine the fictional timelines of DC, Vertigo, and Wildstorm universes. The story has been adapted to other media multiple times in the decades since its first release. With a comics faithful animated feature movie and a season premiere episode of the CW's The Flash that had reality changing repercussions across the entirety of the Arrowverse, the DC Extended Universe's Flash, starring Ezra Miller and featuring the returns of both Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton as different Batmans, is set to borrow many plot elements from Flashpoint. With the popularity of the story and recurring use of its mechanics, Flashpoint has become a regular term for alternate realities created by the speedster changing the timeline. Whether Flashpoint Beyond will explore time travel shenanigans or simply tell a new story in a popular alternate world remains to be seen. But the supposed Clockwork Killer may be a clue in the mystery of the Flashpoint reality's continued existence. Johns also wrote the 2017-2019 limited series Doomsday Clock, which featured Watchmen's reality-bending Dr. Manhattan in a crossover allowed by the original Flashpoint's merging of the various DC universes. So it's had a big effect on DC. And
of course.
He did just quote Fuji, sir. Flashpoint Beyond will hit shelves April 5th with a 48-page issue number 0, and then released bi-weekly starting April 19th for 6 more issues, starting with issue number 1 featuring art by. So I will be definitely trying to grab all
definitely.
of them. Yeah.
We will be talking about those as well.
Oh yeah.
So spoiler alert. Yeah, so as they drop, so spoiler alert.
Yeah, Flashpoint Beyond. I've got the covers right here for number 1, number 0.
The variant covers are dope.
There's actually some
variants. The variants are dope.
No.
Variants,
I see one variant where he's Batman's looks like he's getting choked out by Aquaman.
The variants are dope, bro. Yeah, that one I want. I want the one where Aquaman choking his variant.
Yeah, I do. The one with with Thomas Wayne Batman, like he's got bloody hands and like blood all over his costume. I love Thomas Wayne. Let me see. I got a question for you, Stu. I don't know, but wasn't this Thomas Wayne?
Yeah, I think so. Because I've seen that one. No. That is, remember, what's the movie they just made? It's like an alternate.
I think it has the
hang
DC
on.
metal, Dark Knight's metal.
That's what it is. I think it. Hang on. I'll tell
Yeah,
you one second.
I think it's from Dark Knight's metal.
I got something on that. Hang on. I got something on that. Hang on one second.
Yeah, I thought this is a different version of Thomas Wayne. It is a Batman version that don't give a fuck about murdering people.
Hang on, I got something on that. That is, if I'm not mistaken, hang on. That one is.
Detail on this figure is phenomenal. He's got guns all over the place, in holsters, clips. I mean, he's just covered with clips and guns, and looks great.
Yes.
This guy's carrying a strap of straps on his backpack. He's like 7 rifles strapped to his back. He's carrying this big motherfucking street sweeper.
Yes. Yeah. I need one of those in my life.
This is what I love right here. That's my favorite gun, the MP5. Heckler and Koch. That right there. That's my joint. But yeah, he's a Batman that kills. He does not give a damn. But
where'd you get that one from?
This is a DC. This is a McFarlane DC multiverse from Target or GameStop, probably Marvel or Marvel.
Because you know what I want to find. I want to find an Azrael. I'm looking for Azrael and a and one. They make one with the super pointy ears, and I've never seen one in the store.
Yeah, I want to find the Batman with the long ears from like during when Bane came out, like that little run right there. I can't think of the damn name of it right now, but he's got the long, like foot long ears. But here's a couple of Azraels, or no, yeah, Azrael.
That one, that's the one I want. That's the video game one,
right? And I like look at the material that his little strap flaps are made of. It's like I don't know what it is, maybe like a rubber, but it's cool because back in the day, some of these would have been stiff, you know, but they actually, you know, but you can twirl them around your finger. I mean, they're
stiff ain't the word for what they would have been. It would have been, we would have got no articulation on those.
They would have been like together probably. And then this guy, this is an example of a Todd McFarlane figure that he put in a 2-pack. He puts it in a 2-pack, but he just turns it black instead of silver. And the other figure is a figure that already was sold by itself. So I just don't like that. Like if Marvel does a 2-pack, or a 3-pack, they're all new figures for that 3-pack or 2-pack.
Well, you know, DC's trying to make money off you, man. They know you got deep pockets. You know what I mean? Long arms and deep pockets. Not short arms, but long arms and deep pockets.
Long arms and deep pockets.
There's long arms and deep pockets. They know that. So they say, we'll put this out for Reno. He'll get it. And we'll make it a limited edition. We'll make sure he gets one.
It's unfair. I've got another. There's a see, Flashpoint. See, I got to get this Thomas Wayne with the mask, but they want like $45 for him on eBay. I hate that. Here's $39.95 one. Well, here's one for $29.95. Look, I don't care if it comes in the box or not, because you know what? I take it out the box anyway. I'm not trying to. So, but the new Batman, the new Batman, next Batman, Lucius Fox.
Now that one that you have, that is, I knew what that is. That's the murder Batman. That's the murder machine. That's
Okay,
the. I've never seen that one in the store. If I did, I would have definitely picked that one. That's the murder machine because I actually had a
yeah,
comic where
I
it was
love it.
Alfred. Alfred had, I don't know. It's a long story, man. Bruce Wayne he went like kind of like insane, and Alfred had an AI, like it was an AI Alfred that made another AI Batman. So that's what he is. He's like a I mean, like I don't know. Bruce fell. It was just.
Oh,
It's a very very dark version of Batman, where because we
yeah,
know Batman doesn't kill, and that's all. And that's all that
right,
one did. He
right.
just killed, and that's why he came stocked with weapons. You know what I mean? So, but that is actually a cyborg version of Batman. It's not human, but
Huh,
it is Batman,
I did
and it's
not know
dope.
that.
Yes sir, yes sir. It's dope.
I did
Yeah,
not
because
know.
I actually have the comic. I had checked the archives. I actually have the comic. I'll break it. Matter of fact, see if I can break it out for next week. Take a look at it. But it's
I
a dope
did not
story.
know.
So it's a dope story. It's a dope story. But it's kind of like a play on if you ever watch Batman the animated series.
Oh
Remember when
yeah.
Hardak made a robot Batman and he thought he was real. He thought he was a real man. He thought he was a real
Mm-hmm.
he was really Batman.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like a play on that.
So I blocked this user. How does he come back? Yeah,
Yeah,
Nightfall.
Nightfall, but with the long ears, yeah.
Nightfall. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a Nightfall toy figure. That's what I
I've
want.
seen them online. But never saw one. You know, you definitely got to
Wow.
go to the scalper. You definitely got to go to the scalper market for that one.
So there's a new Batman costume for or the new Batman has a new costume. Uh and let's see. I didn't think so. They didn't make a Nightfall Batman figure with the long ears. There's
Uh,
Nightfall figures, but it's not the long
yeah, I
ear.
don't think there's. If you buy the black and white ones, like the black and white Batman series, you can probably get one. But
Maybe.
like you said, like for like a collectible, like we want, I don't think I've ever seen one with the
Yeah.
long ears. And I'm kind of looking now, but I don't see anything
Mm-mm.
like that.
Well, DC's new Batman, uh, the what's his name? Lucius Jace Fox, from I Am Batman, decides to drop the
The
faceplate
faceplate,
and show
yeah.
his skin. Right, show that he's African American. Let the world know that he's just as much of a hero as Bruce Wayne. Um,
Which it all happened by accident. Reading the comic, he was fighting. He was going through a battle. Try to keep the spoilers down. Faceplate comes off. Lucius Fox, who's monitoring the whole battle, recognizes that that's his son. And what parent wouldn't? Right? I mean, if it was Blaze, you'd be like, "Oh shit, that's Blaze, and he's
yeah,
Batman." Yeah.
yeah.
So, he goes on to tell him after the battle that look, like you're just as much Batman as anybody else, as long as you're holding up to the mantle and what it
Hmm.
means, and encourages him to keep it off.
Yeah, because he thought he had to hide the fact that he wasn't Bruce Wayne.
That he wasn't right. That he wasn't Bruce Wayne. Right. And he was
But
like, Batman is a symbol. Like Batman is a symbol, and it stands for something.
yeah, and spoiler alert for I Am Batman number 5. Okay, Jace Fox, the new Batman in the DC universe, is no longer hiding the color of his skin. I Am Batman number 5, the latest issue by writer John Ridley and artist Christian Deuce, Juan Ferreira, Laura Braga, and Rex Locus sees Jace ditching the lower half of his mask at the behest of none other than his formerly estranged father, Lucius Fox. In an interview with CBR, Ridley said it was a very powerful moment of identity with when Lucius tells Jace never to put the faceplate back on, represent, and never think of himself as a lesser Batman. He admits that his son has a lot to learn before he is Batman, but he reinforces that he is not a lesser person by any means. Ridley said of Lucius's advice. Some people have said that I am doing Black Batman, and they mean it as a compliment, but I say that it is not Black Batman, but Jace Fox as Batman, who happens to be black. This family has to struggle with money, with representation, and with just being out in the world. And you will see much more of that going forward as Jace and his family make a move to New York in I Am Batman. Jace originally introduced in the possible alternate future of DC's Future State initiative in 2020, rose to prominence during the Fear State event of 2020. Inspired to adopt the identity of Batman after militaristic magistrate security force took over Gotham City. Jace has thus far been operating in the shadows, far from the reach of the original Dark Knight and the sizable Bat family. I Am Batman #5 sees Jace's faceplate knocked aside by an assailant as his father, Lucius, watches the event on screen. In a marked change from typical superhero secret identity conversions, Lucius instantly recognizes his formerly estranged son and pledges to support Jace in his crime-fighting career. In comic books and in other narratives, it is a given that no one can figure out who the hero really is, Ridley said. It's a conceit and it works brilliantly. But for me, I say this partly as a father, you're always going to recognize your kid. Like you were saying, Stu, you could be in a crowd of children and still recognize the sound of your child's voice. In that moment, I just couldn't play that conceit. Jace is black with a goatee, and there is no way that Lucius was not going to recognize his son. Despite the newfound respect between Jace and his father, the pair will not be working together to tackle crime in Gotham anytime soon. Beginning in I Am Batman #6, Jace will move to New York City, marking the first time that the Big Apple has been protected by Batman since 1941. Now, that's a big deal because DC typically doesn't use real names of cities. They do Gotham or Metropolis, which Gotham and Metropolis are both aspects of New York City, right? Metropolis was the new, modern, advanced version of New York, whereas Gotham was the gritty, dark, crime-ridden version of New York.
Yes, it was, yeah.
Right, but now they're actually going to New York City. In the comic, they're calling it New York City. And back in 1941, I think Batman was in New York City in his original comic. I'm incredibly excited about charting this new direction for Jace and the Fox family, Ridley said when Jace's move was first announced last November. This new setting is a great opportunity to do some really creative world building and give Jace his own allies, adversaries, and challenges that will continue to shape and define him as his own character under the cape and cowl. Can't wait. That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, that makes two of us. That makes two of us. I just, it's I don't know. Seeing him as Batman it's been good. Can't say it hasn't been bad. It's been good.
Yeah,
it's been good. It's just that every now and then with these new writers and these new people, everybody wants to be disrespectful when it comes to the secret identity. So somehow, some way, somewhere, somebody's gonna find out who he is.
Yeah.
Kind of ruins it. We like the mystery. That's what makes Batman such a great character. It's just a mystery that nobody knows. But everybody he knows everybody's identity, but nobody knows his. That was always one of the great points about Batman.
Yeah. That was always one of the cooler aspects. That he was he was hidden from everybody, but he was able to have all your details. Like he had the whole database. He had all the files of all the villains and all the bad guys and all the characters and people in Gotham and detailed dossiers on everybody.
Right.
Yeah, that was cool. So yeah, guys, it is DC Day, Saturday. We had a good show today. We got to talk to Carlos, see some of his cool art pieces. We talked about the Blue Beetle.
Very cool.
Very cool. We talked about the Blue Beetle, new film coming up. Coming up in a year and a half, but it's out there. It's gonna happen.
Let's see. Next August. Yeah, we got about a year and a half to go on that.
Yeah.
A year. As a year and 7 months almost. Yeah, about a year and a half.
Yeah. And yeah, and then of course we got the new figure costume for Robin. We got Flashpoint sequel, which I'm super excited. Flashpoint Beyond, cannot wait. Love Thomas Wayne, love this character, and love the Flashpoint timeline, that whole universe, that whole story, that whole series was phenomenal, and I can't wait for the sequel. And then we finally revealed to the world that new Batman is African American. In I Am Batman #5, he loses the mask, and we see his face. And great show. Yes, thank you, Multiverse. It was a great
Multiverse. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It was a good time. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody for watching and hanging out with us during the live chat, live version. And if you're watching this on the replay, I should say, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And we'll be back here every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This Monday we got DJ Juice, New Jersey, Trenton, New Jersey's finest, big hip hop DJ, and friend and associate of Stu Dog. So we'll get to talk to him.
Yes, sir.
That'll be awesome.
World famous, yes. The world famous DJ Juice, Trenton's finest.
Oh yeah, yeah. World famous. And then Wednesday, no, what is it? The Monday after. Oh, John Jang, locked in. So we're going to be talking to John Jang, my favorite comic cover artist, February 7th, Monday, 6:30 p.m. So definitely put that on your calendar because that's a big one. And we've got no, I think that's no, wait, there is somebody. Stay tuned, man. We've always got somebody new. We've always got some great shit happening all the time.
Yes, sir.
Oh, so yeah, man. We'll see you guys Monday. Peace.